Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Taurus for the month of January 2020. This is the first series I'm putting out for January. It may or may not be your story. If it is not, check your moon and your rising sign for your messages. They could be there. If not, check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Okay, so what I see here is there's possibly some sort of change that has recently happened or is happening now in the time of Sagittarius, depending when you view this video. So if you view it in this first part of December, then this most likely is happening now or has recently happened. If you are viewing it later, at the end of December or in January, then it will most likely have happened or could have happened in the period or time of Sagittarius. Now, if this is not the case, then this could be, with this card of Sagittarius being here with the Wheel of Fortune, it's some sort of truth. And this is like the brutal truth. That's truth at, at whatever cost, that would have changed things or that will be changing things. It could be, if I'm looking here, the ending of one cycle to begin another. What I see is, I see the ending of a relationship, but I feel it's a third party that has ended or is ending. Depending when you view this. This person may live at a distance. You may have planned a trip by ground, excuse me, to meet with this lover to end it. Or for others of you, this would be messages by air that are sent. So it could go one way or the other, because this card represents the internet, okay? Messages that travel by air or even by telephone. I feel that you are trying to take control of a situation. Okay, that situation is the Ten of Swords. It's like what I heard was what you're trying to do is to control a situation to avoid a disaster. And to do that, you had to end something. Now, you could be married and trying to avoid a disaster in the marriage, or you could both be married. I feel that this is what you're trying to avoid, which is that Five of Swords and Ten of Swords energy. It could also be that the other person may feel somewhat betrayed by you if you are ending it. This is this relationship brought a very challenging aspect into the home or into the marriage. I feel you are the deliverer of the news. Because even though this person did offer you um, some fulfillment in some way, you still desire to have the marriage. And maybe you were feeling very much out of balance, or that things were too much out of balance, and you were trying to avoid or are trying to avoid some sort of disaster. And so you've been assessing this. It could be that this was on again, off again with this lover, and that they were trying to get back in, is what I see here. But I feel as though you make up your mind to cut your losses and get out while, while you can, to save the marriage. Now, you've done a lot of thinking about this. You have done a lot of reflection to try to decide the direction that you wished to go. I feel with faith and the Page of Swords being here, and although you are delivering it and you will be defensive with regards to this, you believe that this is the right thing to do. It's like believing in a cause, believing it's faith. It's based upon your belief system. And so you will defend this. So you are bringing this cycle of the third party to an end, even though this takes a lot of courage because you still desire this person. But you are doing what you feel is right. And you are standing behind this. You have made up your mind. So you plan, for some of you, you will have planned to meet this person or to meet up with this lover, um, to end it. And maybe it's like, one more for the road for some of you. Um, so here we have, it could be that there may have been for some of you gossip, which you wanted to nip in the bud before, like to avoid a disaster. But clearly you wanted this person. You were, this hand reaches for that wand, but does not hold it. I feel, again, there's a lot of courage that will be involved, a lot of courage that you will have um, to walk away from this person because they did give you something. You see, you're looking down into that cup that is now empty. And one spills blood and the other spills emotion. And here he is, look at that right beneath. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here's the third party, possible reunion for some of you with this person. Here he is, the lover. But you have made up your mind to walk away. Um, yeah, you're cutting this person out, and it takes a lot of strength. You don't know how yet that you will deal with the emotion because you're still stuck emotionally on this person. But you cut them out to save a long-term commitment. You do not get your wish with this person, but you will not forget them. You think of them here again. You will hold back. You will not take the offer they present. Here you are. See, dumping it out. And you will like you took a leap of faith. You took a risk, and you have incurred a loss emotionally here. But the card of time um, reminds you that this too shall pass. It may take time, but you will get past it. You will get over it. And you see, you're very clear about here's the home and all the anxiety. Maybe you were feeling imprisoned by guilt, even. And you feel that this is the best thing. It's exactly what needed to be done. To give the marriage another opportunity for growth. This, the lover, had to go. So, a hard decision, but one that you stand behind. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has donated to this channel. I wish you all the best. Have a very safe and happy holiday for those of you who are viewing this in December. And all the best to you in 2020. Many blessings.